A Hellfire missile streaks down toward a Berlin bunker, exploding on impact with massive flames engulfing concrete walls. The MQ-9 Reaper drone glides silently at 30,000 feet, evading flak bursts and searchlights, sweeping uselessly below in the night sky. Europe in 1941 sees swastika flags flying over conquered capitals from Paris to Warsaw under Nazi occupation dominance. Trains loaded with Jewish families roll toward concentration camps marked for systematic extermination across the Third Reich territories. Over 1 million lives hang in balance as the Holocaust machinery accelerates in the darkest year of the century. Smoke rises from crematoria chimneys, while SS guards patrol barbed wire fences, enclosing desperate prisoners in striped uniforms. German armies push eastward on the Eastern Front, capturing vast Soviet territories in Operation Barbarossa's early brutal phases. Luftwaffe bombers raid British cities nightly, enforcing the Blitz with waves of destruction over civilian populations below. The MQ-9 Reaper drone features a 66-foot wingspan designed for long-endurance surveillance and precision strike missions worldwide. It cruises at speeds up to 300 miles per hour while maintaining operational ceilings reaching 50,000 feet altitude. Hellfire missiles arm the drone with laser-guided accuracy, capable of destroying targets from several miles away precisely. Advanced sensors include thermal imaging cameras providing real-time video feeds to remote operators across thousands of miles. Onboard systems enable pattern recognition algorithms to identify human targets based on gait and behavioral analysis data. The drone operates without GPS reliance, using inertial navigation for positioning in hostile environments without satellite support. Limited to one fuel tank, the Reaper has approximately 24 towards a flight time before exhaustion sets in. Payload includes 4 Hellfire missiles, but no provisions for mid-air refueling or ammunition reloading during the mission. Operators must locate, confirm, and strike the target within this single-day window to alter historical outcomes. Failure preserves the original timeline, leading to over 20 million deaths before World War II finally concludes. Adolf Hitler employs paranoia-driven security, with at least 12 trained body doubles mimicking his every mannerism daily. SS elite guards surround his quarters, armed with submachine guns, watching all entrances and windows vigilantly around clock. Bunkers feature reinforced concrete walls up to 4 meters thick, designed to withstand contemporary aerial bomb impacts. Daily routines vary unpredictably, with routes and public appearances calculated to confuse potential assassins and spies. Intelligence reports track multiple decoys dining and walking publicly to dilute threats against the real Führer figure. Anti-aircraft batteries equipped with ADV perimeter flak guns belt the skies over key cities in defensive layered networks. Early radar systems like Freya detect incoming aircraft, but struggle with high-altitude, small-signature, modern drone threats. Searchlights pierce nighttime darkness, scanning for intruders, while ground crews man powerful beams in coordinated patterns. Messerschmitt Bf-109 fighters patrol routes, but cannot climb effectively beyond 20,000 feet in standard configurations. These defenses terrify 1941-era aircraft, yet prove inadequate against stealthy, high-flying, unmanned aerial vehicles from future. The Führer bunker in Berlin includes steel-reinforced structures with airtight doors and underground chambers for protection. Ventilation systems and emergency exits ensure survival during prolonged sieges or bombing campaigns from Allied forces. Multiple residence sites scatter across Germany, complicating location efforts for any would-be attacker or assassin. Paranoia extends to food tasters and encrypted communications, securing the Nazi leader's inner circle operations. At 600 a.m., the MQ-9 crosses into German airspace over rural countryside dotted with small towns. Rail lines transport troops and supplies, while military installations appear sporadically below the drone's flight path. Anti-aircraft crews stand alert, but the drone flies far above their effective engagement range limits. Thermal and optical cameras capture detailed real-time imagery, relayed instantly to operators in a distant base. The drone maintains stealth by avoiding known patrol zones and adjusting altitude dynamically as needed. A Luftwaffe patrol fighter scrambles from a nearby airfield, attempting to intercept the unidentified high object. The Bf-109 climbs rapidly, but plateaus well below the Reaper's operational ceiling of 30,000 feet. Drone sensors detect the pursuing aircraft and execute evasive altitude increase to remain untouchable. Radar signature minimization keeps the Reaper nearly invisible to primitive 1941 detection technologies in use. The fighter pilot reports a fleeting contact, but cannot close distance or confirm visual identification. By 6:30 a.m., the drone initiates scans over Berlin, identifying 5 potential bunker locations from intel. Body doubles emerge simultaneously at various sites, complicating positive identification of the authentic target. Sensors analyze gait patterns, thermal signatures, and contextual behaviors to differentiate real from decoy figures. Algorithms process data flagging candidates with probability scores, but certainty remains below 100%. Distant anti-aircraft fire targets Allied reconnaissance planes, leaving the drone undisturbed in its orbit. The Reaper adjusts path to evade searchlight cones, sweeping across the cityscape below carefully. At 7:00 a.m., cameras lock onto a figure matching Hitler's height, posture, and location parameters precisely. Cross-referenced intelligence suggests high likelihood this individual is the genuine Führer rather than a trained impersonator. Body doubles replicate movements, meticulously making visual confirmation from altitude extremely challenging and risky. Operators review thermal data showing consistent heat patterns aligned with known Hitler behavioral routines. Timing aligns with reported schedule as the target exits bunker for brief outdoor exposure moment. Probability climbs to 73%, confirming sufficient confidence for mission-critical strike authorization decision. At 7:20 a.m., Hitler steps into a clearing surrounded by 12 SS guards forming perimeter. A narrow 18-second window opens with clear line of sight, free from obstacles or cover. Wind speed, trajectory, and potential debris calculated in real time by onboard guidance systems accurately. Operators triple-check coordinates and visuals before granting final permission to launch the missile. The Hellfire detaches from the pylon, accelerating toward the designated ground target below. Laser guidance locks maintaining precision path over 7 kilometers in under 14 seconds. Impact generates temperatures exceeding 9,000 degrees Celsius, shattering bunker walls in massive explosion. Flames and debris erupt as the strike neutralizes the target area completely and decisively. The MQ-9 banks away from the scene with fuel reserves critically low after mission. Remaining missiles could target outposts, but primary objective dictates immediate disengagement protocol. One precise shot concludes the operation, rewriting potential history in a single instant. Berlin descends into chaos with SS units cordoning off the strike zone rapidly. Radio transmissions broadcast emergency signals across German military command networks urgently. Joseph Goebbels convenes propaganda ministry for crisis response and information control measures. Body doubles rush to safe houses while officers verify the Führer's status frantically. Rumors spread through ranks, causing temporary paralysis in decision-making chains below. Heinrich Himmler positions for power grab, eyeing control over security apparatus. Hermann Göring asserts Luftwaffe loyalty, potentially challenging succession protocols. Reinhard Heydrich activates SD networks to suppress dissent, and maintain order. Operation Blue plans falter without centralized directive from the top leadership. Internal fractures emerge, accelerating potential collapse of rigid Nazi hierarchy structure. Hitler's death disrupts indoctrination, but armies remain deployed and operational worldwide. Concentration camps continue functioning under local commanders without immediate halt. War machine persists for months, fueled by existing momentum and resources. Holocaust proceeds, albeit with possible delays in expansion due to confusion. A single drone strike shortens conflict by 3 to 6 months maximum.